Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys how to make some easy cochinitos. So in case you guys want to learn how I make this delicious recipe, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alrighty guys, so let's get started with our ingredients. So for this recipe we're going to need 1 piloncillo, or you can use 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar, 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Make sure that it is at room temperature. 2 eggs at room temperature, a half a cup of honey, 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar, 3 1/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of ground anise, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 2 tablespoons of water. So these are our ingredients. Now let's get started. Alright guys, so first we're going to start by breaking down our piloncillo. So I have it in a cloth and I'm just going to hit it with my rolling pin. Okay, and now we're just going to put it in our pot. Okay, so in a small saucepan, we're going to turn it on medium-high heat. And we're going to put our piloncillos. And we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of water. And now we're just going to melt it down. Alright, so once you start seeing it to simmer, we're going to turn it off. And when it's on heat, we're just going to break down the leftover piloncillo. But at this point, it should be easy to melt. So just press it down with your spatula. And just remove it from the heat now. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with the hard candy, and we do not want that. Okay, so once our piloncillo has fully dissolved, we're going to set it to the side and start working on our dough. So now we're just going to sift all of our flour. Okay, and we're going to mix our baking powder, our salt, and our anise. Now, if you cannot find ground anise, just buy the packet. Buy this packet and just ground it in your blender. That's what I did. So now just mix it. Make sure that you mix it real good. Okay, just like that. And now we're going to work on our honey, butter, and egg. All right, so now we're going to add 6 tablespoons of our butter. Our brown sugar. And our honey. We're going to add it all in a bowl. And whisk it all together. Okay, so once that's all nice and combined together, we're going to add 1 egg and whisk it together until we no longer see the egg. Okay, so once that's all combined together, we're going to add our piloncillo sauce. Now you don't want your piloncillos to sit for too long, otherwise it's going to start to get hard. So right now it's perfect. And now we're just going to mix it all together. Okay, so once that's mixed together, we're going to slowly add our flour. So I'm going to grab 1 handful at a time and then fold it. And we're just going to add it slowly until we no longer have any flour left. And you just want to fold it in. So at this point, we can use our hands and do the same thing. Just fold it, grabbing all the flour. Now we're just going to create a little ball. I'm just going to put it on my countertop and just start rolling it. So now we're just going to roll it and form a ball so we can place it on our plastic wrap. And this is it for our dough. Okay. So now I'm just going to place it in a plastic wrap. And we're going to place it in the refrigerator for 10 minutes. We're going to let it chill. And then after 10 minutes, we can start working on our cochinitos. All right, so after 10 minutes, our dough is ready and we are ready to make our cochinitos. But before we get started, we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And also you're going to grab the 2 tablespoons of butter and we're going to grease our baking sheet. So just make sure that you grease it real good. Okay. And every time we put our new cochinitos, you're going to do the same thing. We're going to grab extra flour and we're going to flour our surface. Just enough so our dough doesn't stick to our countertop. And now we are ready. So we're going to get our dough out of our plastic wrap and we're going to place it in the center. So just place it in the center. And we're going to start rolling. Now it is going to be hard. I mean, this is all sugar, so it's okay. Don't panic. Just roll it. And we're going to roll it as thick as half of our pinky. Okay, so right now it's too thick. So we're just going to keep rolling. Remember, our cochinitos, they are cookies, but they're also soft like cakes. So it's a combination of both. So just, make sure that you don't make them too thin. Otherwise, you're going to end up with just plain cookies, which they're not bad, but that's not what we're going for. Okay, so that's enough for me. This is good. So now we're going to get our cookie cutters. Here is our piggy, our cochinito. This one I got it at Amazon. It is a little bit smaller than the normal, but it's okay. I think it's perfect, for me and for my kids. But you can also always use your normal cookie cutters. Perfect for Christmas. So now we're just going to make sure that you flour your little cookie cutter. It just makes it easy for when we take out our dough. So just make sure that you completely flour it. Okay, so now we're just going to create a little piggy and then take it out, grab it. And it's okay, we get flour all over our cochinito because, we're going to put egg, so it's okay. It's going to clean it up, but that's it. And make sure that when you place them on your baking sheet, you do leave about 1 inch in between each one because they are going to get puffy. So we don't want them to stick together. We're just going to repeat the process and it's okay. La colita se le cayó. It's okay. So after you're done making your little cochinitos, we're going to reball our dough. And it's still soft, so don't worry. I think for me it gets better the more you roll it. So now we're just going to create a little ball again. And it's not going to lose its flavor, because we're using more dough. So don't worry. See? Flour. Okay, so now we just make sure that your countertop is well floured. Otherwise, we're going to have a mess. Okay, so now just do the same process again. Alright, so after we have our little piggies set on our baking sheet, we're going to grab our egg and we're going to whisk it. Okay, so once it's whisked, we're going to brush it. We're going to brush the egg on our little piggies. The more egg you put, the browner and more shinier they get. And see, I told you not to worry about the flour because the egg cleans it. And by now, our oven is ready. And there we can put our little piggies. All right, so after that, we're going to put our little piggies in the oven for 10 minutes. All right, so after 10 minutes, our cochinitos are all done. So now we're just going to let them cool down and then we can eat them. But that's what they look like. And all these little spots is all from the anise. Okay, so don't panic. Alright guys, and there you have it. Our cochinitos are all nice and ready to be enjoyed. Now this is what I mean, you guys. If you guys make them thick, this is what you're going to have. And this is perfect. You see that? They're kind of hard from the outside, like a cookie, but super soft in the inside. And if you make them thin, like this one, this is what you're going to end up with. The same thing, but it's just, you know, smaller and less bread. But they're super good. Alrighty guys, and now for the best part.
The taste test.
Yes, we are ready. So Giovanni made a little Christmas trees and gingerbread mans. So that's what he's going to eat. And I have my little pig here. And by the way, the little spots is from the pilóncillo. I guess I had some spots that didn't dissolve all the way, which is okay. Ready? Andale! Oh yeah, so they are a little hard, you know, like a cookie, but they're soft like a cake. So it's the best thing of both worlds, right? You ready? Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Oink, oink. Super delicious. They're not so sweet, you know, so which makes it perfect to enjoy with a cup of champurrado, which, by the way, make sure you check out the link in my description box. Good? They're so good. Even with the glass of milk. That's what how the kids were eating it last night, so delicious. I hope you guys really give this recipe a try. Alrighty guys, and there you have it. Super easy and delicious cochinitos. I hope you guys had enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and also share with your friends and family. And if you recreate this recipe, please don't forget to tag me on any of my social medias. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, no. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres perfecta.